Hey everybody, Blugoblin here, going old school here. Going old school. My camera's battery has run low, so I'm doing this with my old webcam. Knew I'd have to use this thing again sometime. Hopefully it will capture this video. But I'm here on my blugoblinX channel to do a back issue review. I got 4 books to cover here, so let's just go ahead and get started. We're going to start off with Ms. Marvel, number 5. Look, I'm not going to go on a long rant about this, but this will be the last issue that I cover because for many reasons, but 2 reasons I want to talk about right now is reason number 1, finances are running low on my end, and I got to make some sacrifices on my pull list, and this is going to be one of those sacrifices. Pretty sure there's going to be another couple of sacrifices I'm going to have to make so I can keep some money in my pocket, because I got to eat too. But the other reason why is just I'm just not really feeling this series anymore. Look, there's nothing against the character. Nothing against the character at all, but I'm just really dumbfounded on why I just can't get into this series anymore. I mean, it felt like a great, a fresh new character to be developed when the series started, yes, and developing this kind of a character and giving this kind of character exposure and giving this kind of character a fan base, that is a good thing. I've got no problem with that. It's just I'm not personally feeling this. And there are a lot of cliche moments in here, but there are also a lot of very seriously dramatic moments in here that help progress the storytelling. But it's really hard to take moments like this seriously when the artwork is so freaking cartoony. The artwork in here, I may have praised it when the series first started. I thought it might have been unique at the time, but now I think I've finally woken up and realized just how goofy looking the cartoony artwork in this book really is. I mean, you have serious drama being told in here, and the way you look at the artwork, the way the stuff is penciled, you almost expect Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck to run in and hit somebody over the head with a freaking giant mallet. It just doesn't mesh well. The artwork doesn't do anything for me. It just doesn't help sell the storytelling. And the storytelling in here was good at best, but I'm sorry if I piss off any of the new Ms. Marvel fans out there, and I know a few people who probably love this series, and they have every right to. They do. But, sorry, consider this dropped. Alright, moving on to New Warriors number 6. Chris Yost and everybody who worked on this. This was really good. This issue in particular was really good. The cover kind of teases a New Warriors versus Avengers storyline, but it's only half right, because Justice and Speedball get brought into Avengers Tower by Captain America and Iron Man while Thor watches the rest of the team. And I love the conversation between Justice and Captain America in here. It's like, yes, we get it. The New Warriors' reputation got a really bad rep when it came to what happened in Stamford, Connecticut. And Steve is very quick to bring that up and say, yeah, look, we can't forget about what happened in Stamford. But I do love the fact that Justice did not even hesitate. He didn't fucking stutter. He threw it right back in Kemp's face like, oh yeah, like y'all are so great. Remember what happened in the Civil War right after that? Yeah, that made y'all look real good. It's kind of like, you know what? You're going to insult us like that? Well, fuck you. You know, it's kind of like that. A confrontation like that, yes, confrontations like this have been done to death, yes, but sometimes it still works. And in my opinion, it worked in this issue. Meanwhile, Thor with the rest of the team, I'm not going to go into details what happened in there, but I liked it. I liked how the characters interacted with each other, worked off of each other. It's just really, really well done, leading up to a very, quite literally, explosive cliffhanger at the end of the book concerning Haichi I can't pronounce his name to save my fucking life. But concerning him and his family and everything like that, this was a really solid book. It really paints the picture on just how fucking egotistical the Avengers can be at times. Like, sometimes they come off as just real absurd dickheads. Like, they talk and they preach about themselves like they never do anything fucking wrong. And what's really bad is that Marvel writes them like that on fucking purpose. And that's one of the reasons, it's a small reason, but it's one of the reasons why I don't buy Avengers comic books anymore. It's like the Avengers have been put on this pedestal by Marvel themselves. It's like, we never do anything wrong. We're the Avengers. We're the team of heroes. The New Warriors are shit because they blew up Stamford, Connecticut. The Avengers have blown up other cities like New York and all kinds of shit multiple times, yet they don't get any flack for that. The Avengers aren't fucking perfect. Stop putting them so highly on a pedestal, Marvel. It's starting to look pathetic to me. And I like that Chris Yost and everybody that worked on this issue pointed that out to us readers. You know, not everybody at Marvel regards the Avengers as godly as they feel like they should be, and I really like that. This was really good, a solid read. I enjoyed it. Oh, by the way, Ms. Marvel, I give that book a 2.5. I give this a 4. This was really good. Now, this is new, but I'm reviewing it on here to tie into what I just talked about in issue 6. We're going to New Warriors number 7. Chris Yost and Marcus 2. This was really good. It picks up right where the last issue left off with Haichi, and you know, we learn more about this character as an Inhuman. And wow, okay, you got my attention. This was really good. Really solid read. Some really good stuff going on in here. I love the interaction between all the other New Warriors. You know, Haichi and Sun Girl, they really got their asses in a bind in this issue, while the rest of the team is dealing with their own shit. Not too much to say about this. This wasn't as good as issue 6 was, but it was still really fun read. I really enjoyed it. Haichi and Sun Girl I think were the main focus of this book as to how they can get out of this ordeal together against these other Inhumans who are coming to take Haichi. I'm sorry if I'm butchering this character's name. I really am sorry. Please, somebody in the comment section below, if you know the proper pronunciation of this fucker's name, please let me know what it is. But as far as the rest of the team goes, something comes up. I'm not going to spoil everything, what happens in here. But the rest of the team, by the end of the book, comes into an uh-oh kind of cliffhanger. Really impressive. This was a great read. Not as good as issue 6 was, but still really well done. I'm loving some of the new developments from Haichi. I like how some of his powers are coming to light, and I love how they're being developed. I love all these new characters and some of the old school veterans like Justice and Speedball and everything. And it's always good to see Scarlet Spider and Mockingbird. Just really well done. It is what it is, and I give it a 3.5. And that's going to lead us into the end of this review. We're looking at Batman 66, number 12. A lot of people were telling me that I missed out on a gem, no pun intended, when I passed on this book on my last main review on my Blugoblin 01 channel. And man, y'all were right. This was good. This was really good. From an illogical standpoint, this was really good. I mean, come on. It's the Adam West stuff. It's Adam West and Burt Ward. It's the 60s. It's Batman. This is like the long lost season of the Batman TV series. That's how it needs to be interpreted, and it's done very well. I personally think, and I'll cover this in my main review on my next main review when I review another certain book featuring the Adam West Batman. I personally feel Kevin Smith does a better job, even better than Jeff Parker does. And that's not an insult to Jeff Parker. Jeff Parker does a really good job with this series, but I think Kevin Smith does it just even a little bit better with the tie-in with Green Hornet. But here, Marcia, Queen of Diamonds, probably one of the lamest Batman villains in existence, is in this book. And I'm thinking to myself, oh God, the Queen of Diamonds, what the fuck? And this is how good Jeff Parker is. He got me to care about one of my all-time least favorite Batman villains. That is saying a lot, Mr. Parker. You got my thumbs up for that. One of the stupidest fucking characters from the Batman mythology. Not just in I'm not talking about just the TV show. I'm talking about the rogues gallery of all the incarnations of Batman. I mean, Marcia, Queen of Diamonds, to me, is just as fucking lame as the Polka Dot Man, as the Penny Plunderer, as fucking Crazy Quill, as stupid as fucking Signal Man or Kite Man. All those old lame-ass villains from Batman's past. Yeah, I'm a real fucking nerd. I know all those villains. But, yeah. And what made me care about Marcia in this issue is that she does something in here that very few villains ever got to do. She actually broke into the Batcave by tunneling right into it to steal the giant Bat Diamond. That's impressive. Actually has Batman frightened in here that she was able to access the Batcave. Now, granted, there's a bit of a cop-out in this situation, and it is what it is. It's the 60s, it's logical, but it's illogical. But at the same exact time, there's also some logic to that. Because Marcia, minor spoilers here, she considers going up the bat poles to see what's above the Batcave. But somebody tells her, you might not want to do that because we don't know what's up there. For all we know, it could be police headquarters. And she's like, oh, you might be right. Very smart writing. That was really good. I had to spoil that to point out just how much that made sense. How they deal with Marcia, I'm not going to spoil that because I thought it was kind of poetic, as is most of the stuff that was in the Batman TV series. The second story with the minstrel and everything, yeah, it was okay. I mean, that was way more illogical than the first story was. You know, the Shakespeare head that accessed the bat poles gets stolen, and they can't get to the Batcave. Well, it's like, we can always access the Batmobile. And I was like, well, we left the control in the Batmobile in the Batcave. We can't get down there. So, but they just happen to have prototype costumes. And Alfred drives them to the scene, to the minstrel's hideout in a much older Batmobile. And I'm like, okay, where? And I'm thinking instantly to myself, where the fuck was that Batmobile parked if they can't access the Batcave? But it's the 60s. It's the Adam West shit. Sometimes illogical is awesome. But the second story was just meh. I didn't really feel much for it. But the first story with the Queen of Diamonds was much better than I anticipated it would be. Jeff Parker, once again, I salute you. You did a great job of making me give a damn about a villain I almost never gave a damn for. So there you go. I give this book, because the second story was so meh, it really does hurt the book overall. I give it a 3.5. This was really good. Well, that's the end of this back issue review. I want to thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe to this channel, BluGoblinX. You won't regret it. I want to try doing more and more stuff for this channel. Probably get into doing some more wrestling-related reviews. Now, that's a probably. It's not a guarantee. We still don't know if the whole nerd wrestling review thing is going to take off or not. What you saw with my friend Robert and I, that was basically a pilot when we covered the Royal Rumble. Don't know if we're going to still keep doing that or not. And I did review NXT TakeOver. I would like to do more wrestling-related reviews on this channel, as well as the back issue reviews, and maybe try... now, the Batman Eternal and Fantastic Four reviews, those might not be happening on here. They might not be happening. Got to find the time to read those books, and since I'm not really technically buying them, I am reading them, but I'm not buying them. It's really tough to get a hold of copies, and besides, my finances are low. I can't really afford them right now, so I apologize to anybody who's looking forward to the reviews like that, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to put that, probably going to have to say note to that. But please subscribe to BluGoblinX. There's more stuff on the way. Just got to find the time to do it. Don't forget my main channel, Blugoblin01. Odds are this review will be up before my next main review on my main channel, in which I cover these books. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, everybody, and until next time, I'll see y'all later.